We are going to start writing our trigger solution by asking a simple question to ourselves. On which object should we write our trigger? So as we have discussed in our previous video, we should always look for the triggering point of that particular automation. And here we need to update the active contacts field on account object, but our triggering point is the active checkbox field on the contact object. So a user either has to create a new contact, or he has to update an existing one, or he has to delete an existing one to actually trigger this automation process. So our trigger needs to be written on the contact object. So I'm going to use the VS Code to write our solution because I want you guys to get familiar with VS Code as well, as this will be the tool that you'll be using on regular basis. So to write an Apex trigger, you can use Command Shift P to open this command palette, or you can also click on this setting icon here and then click on command palette. Now here let's select create Apex trigger. If you don't see this in the list item, then you can search for create Apex trigger as well, and from here you can click on it. Now we need to name our trigger, so I'm going to name it as contact trigger. Then the directory where we need to save our triggers, so let's leave it as default, and that's it. Now we have got a placeholder code for our contact trigger. We simply need to replace this S object by contact because our contact trigger is on the contact object. So this was the first question that we have just answered. We have created a trigger on the contact object. Now we need to ask another question to ourselves. For which events this trigger should execute? So let's break down our problem to get this answer. When can our active contacts field value change? It can change when a user create a new contact and associate it with the account object. So we need to use the insert event. It can also change when a user update an existing contact record and change the checkbox field value from check to uncheck or from uncheck to check. Then it can also change when the user delete the contact record, because in that case also we need to update our parent account, and it can change in undelete as well. So this means we need to handle our insert event, our update event, our delete event, and then our undelete event. Now when you talk about should we go for before triggers or after triggers. So here if you look at it, we are writing our trigger on contact object, but we are trying to update the parent account. So if you remember our before versus after video, then it's clear that we need to write our trigger for after events because account is a related object. So I'm going to define my events here. It should be after insert, after update, after delete, and after undelete. So now our placeholder code for the contact trigger is ready, and in the next video we are going to write our logic to update the parent account.